Are they really going off of his movements, or what
He's keeping time, and he's telling
the sheet's saying?
Well, they have to read the music. He's keeping time, and they're feeding off of his energy on how hard they should play. Where the composer, the maestro, what's the name? Conductor, sorry.
Yeah.
The conductor is, I went Seinfeld there for a minute. Hey, I'm MCA.
And I'm DJ.
We have another reaction video for you, and this one is unusual.
Unusual.
I wonder how many people react to this kind of music, to this artist. Maybe there are a bunch, I don't know.
Could be.
But we're going to do Mozart.
Yeah.
Mozart is a guy that I think is probably one of the greatest musicians, composers ever to live, and the most gifted.
You think so?
Yes. It's obviously subjective, and people are going to disagree with me. But I think he's phenomenal, and I listened to him a lot, not so much as a kid.
Yeah.
But by the time I hit high school, I was actually listening to a lot of Mozart. I was influenced by a movie, though.
What movie?
Amadeus, which I have. We could watch it.
Don't think I've seen it.
No, I bet you haven't. But it was a big hit in 1984. And this is the first song off of the soundtrack of that album.
Oh.
Of that movie. And I really like the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it got a lot of criticism for not being accurate, whatever. But for a movie, it was actually good. The music is fantastic. I fell in love with Mozart after watching that movie.
Yeah.
And, I'd heard a lot of classical music as a kid, Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, all of those.
Yeah.
But decided to react to this video and this song just because I liked it so much. It's the opening of the movie.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and start this. It's 20 minutes. I don't know if we'll hear the whole thing.
Yeah.
So we'll play it by ear.
Yeah.
And and react to at least part of this.
Yeah. Why not? Crazy. That is awesome. Oh my goodness, I think this,
It's like a variation on that.
yeah.
They played a little differently.
Wow. It's like they all move the same too.
How great was that?
Wow.
Is that not amazing? It's only halfway done, too.
That is crazy.
I don't know why people don't like music like that now.
That sounded so, what's the word I'm thinking of?
I have a word for it, but I want to hear yours.
Why am I blanking on the word? If for movies, like, cinematic.
Cinematic.
Yes.
For me, it's dramatic.
Dramatic?
It's so dramatic where it's like loud and driving, and then it's like the oboes come in, and it's soft, and then it dies off, and then it's right back into it.
So I've always wondered, like, are they really going off of his movements, or what
he's keeping time, and he's telling
the sheet's saying?
Well, they have to read the music. He's keeping time, and they're feeding off of his energy on how hard they should play, and how. So I've never obviously been classically trained at all, but that's seems to be the way they've always done it, where the composer, the maestro, what's the name? Conductor, sorry.
Yeah.
The conductor is, I went Seinfeld there for a minute. The conductor, who usually has a little stick, a wand.
Yeah.
What's that called? Somebody tell us in the comments what that's called.
I always wondered what that was called.
And he's directing the tempo, and he's telling people, you hear.
Yeah.
You're loud, you're soft. So
I always did think it was dramatic. Like they would always...
unnecessary is probably what you felt.
Like, yeah, but I see.
But they really follow his direction.
Yeah.
You see they're all looking at him.
Yeah. They're looking at the sheet, but they're mainly looking at him, I could tell.
For me, on this song, on this piece, this symphony, the horns is what really does it for me.
Yeah.
Those French horns, I believe they are.
Those ones up there.
Yeah, the ones that are all long tubes, all just tangled up into a small little compact.
Yeah.
I believe those are French horns, and they are what really make this song for me. Really? And I've always loved oboes. They're kind of like the clarinet, but they've got like a metal reed.
And it's just little.
And it's kind of like a clarinet, but it's a different kind of reed, I think. Yeah. Again, I don't know really much about the instruments, or I just love classical music. And I love this kind of classical music, This to me is just so dramatic, and those French horns come in, they really just take over and just give the song power. And then the oboes come in, and they're just soft and light. Yeah. And they kind of lull you down into, okay, this is soft. And then it's like right back into it with everybody hitting the note at the same time, and it's loud. And so, but
interesting, man.
I wanted to show you something besides hard rock, heavy metal.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, man.
Because it's not all that I listen to.
Yeah.
And I do listen to this kind of music. Yeah. And wanted to show it to you. And
that's awesome.
I think, if people want, we'll do more classical music. Yeah. Because I've got tons of classical music I'd love to show you.
I don't mind. That sounded like something that would be in Star Wars for some reason.
Well, yeah. John Williams. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's his name, the conductor and composer for all of the Star Wars music over the, how many, 9 movies?
Yeah, 9, yeah.
Yeah, he's unbelievably good. I love his music. I have Star Wars soundtracks.
Really?
Imagine, my daughters would always get on me about playing this in the car with them. They want to listen to Bieber or something, right? Right, yeah. And I'll have this on when they get into the car. And they're like, you actually listen to this kind of music? I was like, yeah. Imagine watching a movie without it.
I know. When you think about it, a lot of movies without music would be really dull. Mm-hmm.
Like, think of all the movies that have this kind of music in it. Back in the 80s, they had a lot of movies that had modern synthesizer and keyboards, and that was all the music was. Yeah. And they don't age well. No. And it wasn't anywhere near as good. But then you get a movie like Star Wars.
And I guess that's why I never
Or Back to the Future.
I noticed the music, but I guess I never noticed if it wasn't in there.
Think of horror movies without this kind of music in it.
That's insane.
The Harry Potter movies have this kind of music.
There isn't a movie without a soundtrack, is there? I'm sure there is, but...
Oh, I don't know. It wouldn't be a very good one. But sometimes it's different. You know, that's speaking of a soundtrack that's different, that's not necessarily classical music, but is in itself really, really good, is The Social Network.
That movie?
The movie about Facebook?
Facebook?
Yes. The soundtrack to that is by Trent Reznor and another guy. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. And I love that soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah, and it's not classical music at all. But these epic movies, Lord of the Rings, all these big blockbuster movies, this is the music to have in it. And imagine not having it.
Crazy, I never thought of it.
I don't know why people are so critical of it.
Because when Star Wars starts, it's... Dun, dun, wow.
Yeah, it's this kind of music. And I just happen to like Mozart the best. Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, Beethoven, Bach is really good.
Yeah.
There's just so many of them, and there's so many that you know.
And I just don't think about it.
You know Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah.
That was Mozart.
What?
Yeah. It's not called that. He didn't have those lyrics. But Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is based off of a Mozart piece.
It's probably just a little piece in a song.
It's like it's the same song with like 6, 7 variations. Dun 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 dun. It starts off that way, and then it goes to. It's like a whole thing, but
wow,
everybody knows Mozart because they know Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Did not know that.
So if you want to see more music like this and not just rock and roll and heavy metal, let us know, because I will do it.
Yeah,
I'll make him sit here and watch it.
That was 10 minutes and I didn't feel like it.
And I think you'll enjoy it. You might get into it. You never know.
My wife.
So let him know that you want to see more reactions on classical music.
Yeah, because I like this. My wife will probably hate it.
Yeah, she hated it when I listened to it.
Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like it, let us know in the comments. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. I think you can share it too, so you might as well do that too. And go to our YouTube channel. You know what it is, get sideways, because we're going to get sideways every time. Like it again, and then comment again, and then tell your mom to comment, and then tell her mom, and then her dad to subscribe, and then tell your kids and their kids to subscribe, and then comment. Then we should be good.
All right, you want to go check, see if Jimmy Johns is here?
Yeah.
Then we can do our final video of the day.